Hi, and welcome to the Train Before They Start video. In another video on our website, I ran through the total cost of training 100 entry-level employees in a classroom for 5 days. The fully loaded cost in that scenario came out to roughly $300,000, and it was split roughly equally between the cost of the employee's time and travel-related costs. In this video, I'll explain how training your people before they start working can dramatically cut that cost, and it can produce better training results. The train before they start concept is really simple. Here's how it works. There's usually at least 1 to 2 weeks between when a new hire accepts a job offer and their first day of work. New hires can use that time to start training with online learning. It can be onboarding videos, online knowledge assessments that you can use to customize training later on, or it can be straight e-learning. Now, if new hires take just 1 hour of online training per day for a week, well, that total amount of time is the same as 1 full day of classroom training. And this is exactly how the cost savings are generated. The time new hires would usually spend in a classroom when they are on payroll and they probably had to pay to travel to get there, these are replaced with online learning before they start working. So this means no payroll costs, which is essentially the cost of their time, and no travel costs. But cost savings aren't the only benefit. The training results are also better. Here's why. E-learning produces better results. Numerous studies have found that e-learning works better than classroom. For example, one study commissioned by the American Psychological Society found that e-learning produces better results for learning new information, new processes and procedures, things like the credit process and the sales process. Another study discovered that people who have been trained on e-learning have a better ability to apply the knowledge and the processes that they've learned to their job. And that's exactly what a training program should be delivering. Now, this doesn't mean that all e-learning is better. E-learning is like anything else. There are good programs and not so good programs. But what this does mean is high quality e-learning produces better results than classroom. Now, I explored the subject of what's high quality training in another video. But it does beg the question, why does e-learning produce better results? Well, there are a number of reasons, but a big factor is, with e-learning, the learners are in control. They choose the best time and the best environment in which they can learn, so they can concentrate on learning and not be distracted. Plus, they can retake various segments as many times as they need. They can't do this with classroom training. And it's easier to do this before they have started work because they don't have conflicting priorities. Okay. To recap, our Train Before They Start idea produces better training outcomes and it dramatically cuts costs. If new hires take just 1 hour of online training per day for a week, this will reduce your total training costs by 20%. An hour a day for 2 weeks, and this is a 40% reduction. Plus, our way is easy to implement. We have a library of e-learning courses and can custom build new courses to meet your needs. Still not convinced? Well, let's consider 3 possible objections. The first, non-employees can't access your LMS. The second, you don't want to share proprietary material on the internet. And the third, new hires just won't go for this. So the first objection is only employees have access to your LMS. Well, that's no problem. We can host our e-learning courses on our system, so your trainees can access them anytime and anywhere. In fact, why not consider video-based training? After all, your entry-level positions will be filled by millennials, and they practically grew up on YouTube. Now, you may not want employees streaming video in your office because it can slow down your entire network, but with our plan, the trainees won't be in your office. They'll be at home or in a coffee shop or on a train, learning how to do their new job. The second objection is you don't want to share proprietary material on the internet. And this is a great objection, and it's the reason we recommend using the time before they start to develop fundamental skills and knowledge. Things like the basics of lending and kind of basic analytical skills like financial statement analysis and business risk analysis. Finally, the third objection is no one will go for this. New hires won't do any training before they're getting paid. Well, you may be right, but here's how I think about it. Surveys of millennials have shown a steady increase in how much they value training programs. In fact, some recent surveys have shown that training is the most important factor millennials look for when choosing where to work. It even ranks higher than compensation. So if I'm a millennial and I'm looking for a job and I see a train before they start program, here's what I think. Sure, I have to put some hours in before I get paid, but I don't have to pay for this training. In fact, I'm still trying to work off the student debt I incurred to get a degree, and I'll know what to expect from the job. I won't be as stressed, and I'll be able to get up to speed a lot faster. Where do I sign up? So, being upfront about training is not only doable, it's advisable. It's exactly what millennials want. Thank you for watching this video on the Train Before They Start program. It's a great way to reduce your costs and to improve your training outcome. Contact WorkSmart Education. We can make your people better, and better people mean better results.